My name is Wendy Wentz and I'm a student at Castleton State College in Castleton, Vermont. I am majoring in multidisciplinary studies with a concentration in natural science. I am seeking licensure as an elementary teacher and an endorsement in special education. I believe that everyone has something to contribute to society, including people with disabilities. I saw this firsthand when working in a group home in North Carolina for severely and profoundly developmentally disabled children. Sometimes these contributions are not uncovered due to the lack of opportunity. I have learned from a very special little boy that it's important to celebrate even the little accomplishments when dealing with a child with special needs. Matthew Alexander Wentz was born June 30th, 2001 and spent the first 5 weeks of his life in the hospital. He would be hospitalized about once a month for the next 14 months. On a good day, Matthew had 1 to 4 seizures. He had microcephaly, temperature instability, cortical blindness, developmental delay, and hypotonia. Matthew was not expected to ever walk, talk, or be able to feed himself, but it did not stop his occupational therapist from working with him. When Matthew was about 10 months old, he was evaluated as being at the developmental level of a 2-month-old. We celebrated because that meant that he had developed from the level of a newborn. Hypotonia meant Matthew did not have good muscle control and could not hold his head up, but he learned to roll over. His occupational therapist worked Matthew very hard to reach these little milestones, and I learned a lot about the importance of not giving up on a child's ability. Matthew was never diagnosed with a specific disease, and we may never know the cause of Matthew's disability. He passed away September 15, 2002 at the age of 14 months, but his spirit and his memory will be with me forever. People with disabilities should be educated in a way that is best for the individual. Not every student learns the same. This is especially true for those with disabilities. Many special accommodations may be needed for them. It is important that schools recognize this and provide these accommodations. People with disabilities, I feel, should be educated in the least restrictive environment. The general education classroom seems to be the most attractive place for most of these students. However, I feel certain students may benefit more from a different learning environment. This is where each individual student's needs come in. Just as each student learns differently, each student learns better in a different environment than other students. I feel it is my duty to educate students with disabilities to the highest level of achievement that each individual student can achieve. As in a regular education classroom, teachers must have the highest expectations for each student according to their ability.